Hey everyone, my name is Spencer Agren. This is my van, Big Sur. I've been on the road for about a month now, and I've landed in scenic Layton, Utah. So while I had some time on my hands, I figured I might as well give you guys a little tour, show you the place, some of the cool things that we built into it. But taking it one step at a time, this is Big Sur. So, starting with the outside, these are the front doors. Got cedar paneling on here. This is my penny board. It's got two little hooks for easy access. You just kind of grab and go. Get to Subway or whatever, eat some food, or just pass some time. This is probably my favorite part about the whole van, just because it reminds me that I can leave every once in a while. I mean, it is cozy, don't get me wrong. This makes me a little more mobile. I've got a cargo net here. This is where I keep shoes, wet stuff. You know, if it's ever raining or I get some muddy things on me and I don't want to track it into the van, I'll usually just slap it in here and then it can drain through the floor. There's no plastic on it. That's kind of my rain spot. This is my closet. As you can tell, I enjoy many colors, like black and blue. That's pretty much my entire wardrobe, just blue. But we're working on my style. So the other thing is these curtains. Picked these up at Walmart. It's just some pretty cheap material, but I've secured magnets into the corners. Some pretty heavy-duty magnets that I got at Home Depot. Privacy. So this is the living room. It's got everything. Entertainment center. Well, I guess this is this is a couple different rooms. This is my house. I couldn't really call it a living room or a kitchen or a bedroom because it's kind of all of those. So I guess we'll just give you the tour. Everything is Gorman pine. For the most part, it's all just tongue and groove paneling that I picked up at Home Depot. It's nice stuff. I didn't want to go cheap and go plywood just because I think it's cool to sleep in a ski lodge every night. The pine smells great. I just have this clear coat that's on top of it, so it keeps it really nice. And then for the most part, it's a good insulator. For the most part. I mean, we're living through the summer now, and some nights it's hot. But my ceiling fan pretty much takes care of that for me. This little section here, this is the living room. Got hardwood floors on here. They're not hardwood actually. They're just the vinyl stuff. I got them for really cheap at Home Depot. Usually at the beginning of summer, right when I was building this van, they have a lot of good deals on stuff that people don't want to buy, and thankfully this dark wood-looking vinyl was something that people didn't want to buy, so I picked it up for pretty cheap. Utensils, water bottle, mason jar. These are all my spices, different containers, soap, olive oil. This right here is my Burton 45 liter condenser freezer. It's currently at 36 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can change that with the dials here. This baby is beautiful. I highly recommend it to anybody who's building a van. You just unclip here. Ta-da, food. And there's tons of space. Got all the essentials, mostly just eggs and a protein bar, but I gotta go shopping. So this is my stovetop, as I mentioned to you earlier. Slide the tote out. If we reach back here, we unclip this, unclip that. This slides out. Woo. Now, there we have our stove. And I've cooked in here before. It's not bad. I usually just crack the window there and then run my ceiling fan. But obviously when you have an option to cook outside, you can always cook outside. Looks good. It's got a lot of good reviews. I want to put it back. You just put it over here. Clip it like this. that. Like that. And pull out. Nice and hidden again. This is also where I edit. Like, I'll put my computer here and... Oh, that's nice. Ooh, great picture. Yeah, that's nice. This is my pantry. I just keep everything in a tote. Makes it really easy because I can just pull it out, put it back in. That's filled with like all of my dry goods and fruit, stuff like that. I can sit on the tote, but I also have this cool camp chair. Just kind of flip this out, sit on that. Looks good. Everything just kind of fits in here. Nothing glamorous, just a regular camp chair. I believe it's from Grand Trunk. I picked it up at Cabela's for like 30 bucks, but it'll fold up and will actually collapse. It's got a carrying case, so that's nice for when I'm camping. This is my important stuff cabinet. It's kind of hidden. It's just got a magnet here, but I pull it open like this. And then this is where I put all of my electronics, my camera gear as well. I've got some foam protectant, and then beneath here it's just like random stuff, so drugs. So this is the Goal Zero unit, pretty nifty stuff. As you can see here, the interface is why I like it the most. Now, these things are expensive, stupid expensive. Brand new unit for a 1250 like this is like 1,600 bucks. I bought it used, which is why I justified it. It was only 800 for me. But with these guys, you literally have any interface you want. I still had to do the wiring for each of these things, but if you really look at it, you've got stuff for everything. You've got the Smith power poles here, inputs here and here. You've got your DC adapters here, and that's what I use for my LEDs. You got your 12 volt car adapter here. That's where I'll put my fridge. I've got it running off of my car battery right now because I've been driving around. USBs, phones, camera, whatever. AC. I mean, this thing will do everything. And as you can tell, we're parked in the shade and we're still pulling 10 watts. I mean, okay, now we're living. But because we're in the shade, like normally this thing will pull 60, 70 at high noon, and then I can tilt the solar panel again if I need to get more power. But I can't recommend Goal Zero enough. They've been nice, it's been reliable, and when the battery goes dead, they're easy to replace because I've done that before too. So good job. Okay, so for the lights, kind of tricky. You have to come back over here behind the futon, and we've got two button switches down here, just on off. So flip both of those on, and then we come over here and we open this kind of secret compartment, fun thing. You won't be able to see it well because it's so dark. But just inside here, I've got two switches. So if we turn one to the right, we get our side LEDs. You can see that. Ta-da! And those are dimmable. And then I have 4 main LEDs that just go right there on the roof. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, as far as the rest of the van goes, it's pretty simple. I guess we're at the part where I talk about the bed boxes. I've got storage on either side of my bed, all the way to the back. They're separated into 3 different lids on each side. Goes all the way down to the floor. I store clothes in either side of the middle compartments. This side I have kitchen stuff, plates, cookingware, I guess, water. Back is probably all my long stuff, so my tennis racket, fishing pole, stuff like that. And then on the other side I've got my toolbox that I just keep everything there. But it's super nice. Everybody that I've talked to that has said, hey, we're building a van, or we need to build a van, or they have built a van, they always say, I need more space. So that's why I have these and so many of them, because it's just nice to have, and it's right next to the bed, and I can just reach in, pull out whatever I want to. I have a net on the roof. That's pretty cool. Rear AC vent. I bet everybody in the world who has a van wishes for one of these. That keeps things nice at night. Nice and cool, nice and hot, whatever it is. This guy is my favorite. Next we have my bed. I love this thing. Ever since I built the van, I've slept in the van because it's comfortable. And a lot of people would say, nah, don't go sleep outside. Truth is, it's kind of nice in here. The mattress itself is from my old futon that I bought for college. It's just a bit less than a full-size bed. So, you know, you got some room in there. And while I was with my buddy or my little brother, like, it sleeps too comfortably. So, all right size mattress. The way that I've got it set up, it's a double action futon. So if we lift up on this side, and we lift up the pegs just like this, our supports, we've got a couch. That's awesome. This goes the other way too. You can either look out the back door, which is my favorite thing to do in the world, especially if you're looking out over the ocean, or you can lift it up from the other way. You can watch a movie. I set my laptop up over here. Super nice, super comfortable. I love this. So as you can see, this is the trunk space. This is with the bed up like this. You can see I've got ties, cologne, different lotions and stuff. That all goes right there, stays right there. I've got more space for like my suits. So those go there. Shoes, old boxes for Polaroids, my cleats. More bags, more storage. It all just fits in here. This is also where I keep my guitar. So I bring that out every once in a while. Now the other cool thing that I like about my bed is that in the middle there, I've got a huge sub box. I've got 2 subs pointed straight up into the mattress. So when you've got the sound system running and you're laying in the back, I mean, this thing will shake you outside of the van. So it's really nice. I love listening to music. I highly recommend it to anybody else considering a van because, I mean, hey, this is where you're gonna be spending most of your time, right? So get a decent system. So this is my swivel chair. This is something that we custom built in the shop, my friend and I. You just use the lever here to kind of rotate around. So you got this table here that I can use for whatever. I set the laptop up here, I can edit. I can even turn this at a different angle, edit here. Or if I'm just hanging out and I have somebody else in the van, then I can relax. It's also one of the more comfortable seats. Swivel chairs are very important when you're building a van. Moving on to the back. Here at the back we've got a couple things. More of the curtains, these are just held up by magnets like I showed you earlier. These are tables. If you unclip them, you look like this. Held by 2 half hitches. I have these tables here so that, you know, if I'm cooking or doing anything out in the back, you know, it's just nice to have around. They're not very good for sitting. They're not chairs. But to have like the stove up and then maybe my laptop on the other one so you can watch a movie at the same time makes things really nice. But yeah, they're just tables. The other thing that I like about my van is this back drawer. Pull it out. I've got this drawer on industrial sliders, so it'll hold up to 200 pounds. I've got all of my equipment. Just for easy access, this is where I keep like camera equipment, blanket, rain jacket, stuff like that. This is my easy access bin. Back here, hammocks, slackline, sleeping bags. And over here we have backpacks, so day packs, rock climbing bag. I've got my rope bag in here, hydration packs, backpacks, climbing shoes, soccer. I kind of have everything here. So this is my equipment drawer, and it's really nice. I just push it back like this. Ta-da! Now for the roof. This is just a regular RV ladder that we picked up at a junkyard. Kind kind of nice. We just picked it up off of another van. This is my roof rack futon. This was originally in my old college dorm. I figured, hey, what can we do with it? And so we decided to make it a roof line. So the action is pretty simple, really. All you have to do is make sure that you stay on top of the roof. This side clicks this way a few times. 1, 2, and then it sits like a couch. So this would be good, right? And this was our original plan. Sit like this, feet off the roof, totally fine, it's whatever. But my buddy Chad said, let's take it one step further. So if we go to the back, kick it up like this, it's now a couch. This is my favorite part of the van. I can sit up here, watch the sunset, watch the sunrise. I can sleep up here. I mean, this thing is a stargazing machine. I've taken it out to some of the most remote places in the United States. Just sat there, watched the stars. It's beautiful. This invention is gorgeous. I'm glad that we put it on the roof. And I think that's what makes Big Sur unique. And that's my 100-watt solar panel. It'll do 75, 80 on a good day. I picked that up on Amazon. $100 maybe, super cheap. I like it. This is my roof fan. Opened up here. So that's it for Big Sur. The thing about living in a van and calling it your home is that home improvement is a real thing, and I don't think I'm done with the van. In fact, there's a few more things that I'd like to have done to it. So in the meantime, that's it. But if I do make any changes, I'll let all of you know. Before I end though, I'd like to answer one of the questions that I get constantly from people who have seen the van, my friends, my colleagues. And that question is, did you know how to make a van, or did you have an idea about how to make your own camper van? And the short answer is no. It was something that I'd always seen done, and I kind of wanted to be a little adventurous this summer, so when I got down to it, I made it happen. I'm really fortunate to have the friends that I did, the circumstances that I did, because I mean, I really couldn't have done it without them. I had asked help from a lot of people. A lot of people gave good insight. But the truth is, like, there's a way to do it. It's all online. I looked up a website called The Vanual. You should check that out. I'll put a link to it down below. That's where I got all of my ideas, or most of my ideas for Big Sur. But the truth is, it was a build it, as you go kind of thing. I had this thing in my head, like how it was going to go, and I'd get out and I'd start building, and then an hour later I'd say, nah, that's not going to work, and I'd scrap that idea. So it was just every single day was a new adventure, and you kind of adapt as you go, and you get the end product that you get. But that's kind of the fun about it. So to anybody out there who wants to build a van or do anything in general, you don't have to know how to do it. You don't have to know anything. You just have to have a will and a vague idea, because as you start working on it, that idea solidifies itself. So don't be afraid. Go make your own Big Sur. Travel the world. I'm having the time of my life, and I couldn't recommend it to you guys enough, really. So that's it for my tour of Big Sur. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, hit that like button. 1 like for Big Sur from you. And if you want to keep seeing some of my videos, hit subscribe, because I'm going to be coming out with a lot more stuff soon. Stuff about the van, stuff about the van life, more questions that I get, and then random stuff too, which, if you want to see that, you can. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.